next, the Nuggets taking on the Rockets. For Denver, a big player in their conference, holding second place in the West. No doubt their sights set high as the year rolls on. Rockets, Nuggets, coming up next. Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Houston. On Thursday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Kings, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
So the Houston starting five. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Josh Okogie is out there with Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the 5. And for the Nuggets, they've got Johnson. Nikola Jokic is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Murray, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. Like a fast break running downhill, Grant. These two teams have been on a roll lately.
But you know, B.A., tonight only one team can keep that roll going. We'll see who can impose their will on this game and maintain their momentum.
Blocked! And he gets it back. Okogie, the pass to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, even though he's slender, Durant is good at keeping his balance through contact. The man is stronger than he looks.
Jokic, the screen. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Durant, a top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Şengün passes to Durant. And Durant slams it home.
A creative move by Durant. That's a big flex on the defense.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Coach and I talked about what it's like competing against Kevin Durant. He said his attention to detail, his dedication to the craft, it's second to none. You have to have your A game because nobody loves ball more than Kevin Durant. It brings out the best of you as an opponent, too. It's no secret KD is obsessed with basketball. Back over to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And so it's Houston with it. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Şengün, the screen. This one for 3. That doesn't go either for Durant. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Jones, the pass to Jokic. Jokic is doubled. Back to Jones. Denver moving it around. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jokic. Outside Watson. Let's go with a 3. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 3. And here is Thompson. Now here's Şengün. For 3, Smith. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Denver has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Right side Johnson. Pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. The shot no good. Thompson with some nice D. Durant inside. Working on Jones. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
Durant's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Murray against Thompson. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Şengün with a steal. And they're on the run. And Durant with the big finish.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Rockets. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
We've got Jamal Murray, also Bruce Brown out there. Tim Hardaway is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Holmes in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Clock at 6. Shepherd. Oh, it's blocked by Valanciunas.
Now you got to be aware when Valanciunas is in the area. He's capable of sending your shot back.
Here's Murray. Murray going to work inside. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Houston. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That'll be the second stop of this 6-game trip.
Yeah, good timing from Shepherd on the drive, which is essential since he sometimes lacks the speed to beat the defense outright.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A different look for Denver. Nikola Jokic comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Tyson in for Holmes. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Durant, he's checked in for Holiday. Jokic finds Hardaway. Now Murray. Jokic in the post. Adams covering. Jokic, no good. Houston in the lead. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you guys.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report.
Tremendous vision. Passing out of the shot, that's great decision making.
Pass to Adams. Outside Durant. From 13, looming large, KD.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Hardaway, the pass to Jokic. A minute and a half left to play in the half. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams. Here's Shepherd. 10 points in his last outing. Picked by Tate. Here's Shepherd, defended by Murray. 4 on the clock. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Nuggets trail by 3. Outside, Brown. Pass to Murray. Here's Tyson. Denver moving it around. Here's Jokic. Ooh, Durant with some nice D.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Shepherd, defended by Murray. Here's Shepherd, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Murray deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And there's Jokic on the assist by Murray. Jokic has got 5 now.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Durant for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Rockets on top, leading by 1. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
KD, you were so on top of it defensively. How have you been able to contain them?
They're so tough, but we're playing hard. You know, guys are getting beat, but we're helping each other out, and that's what we have to do if we want to win this game.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about a shot. Give it up for the participant.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
Now, as we look at the first half, the Rockets find themselves in a close ballgame.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Who needs three-pointers anyway?
Kenny did.
So thank you, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And in recent years, we've seen the value of 3-and-D wings skyrocket, Richard.
And that trend came right about the end of my career, so I never got to cash in on one of those big 3-and-Ds, but I did win a championship playing that role, so, you know, there's that.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Amen Thompson out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Durant in at the small forward position.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
Here's Johnson. No points so far. Outside Jones. Back to Johnson. Pass to Jokic. Now Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Throw it down, Nikola.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame him.
And so Durant will bring it up for the Rockets. It's a one-point game. Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and, of course, that killer mentality.
Outside Johnson. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
The kick to Durant. Beyond the arc. Durant with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Watson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Watson's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Durant against Jones. Durant, no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball. Back to you guys.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Hardaway's checked in for Denver. Shepard, he's checked in for Houston. Back to Watson. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, I'm told the Nuggets were excited to add veteran center Jonas Valanciunas. They really struggled last season to craft effective lineups. Nikola Jokic was out of the game. In JV, they have a capable scorer and playmaker who can steady the reserves.
He's a big factor. Shams, thank you for the report. Smith with a screen on Johnson. Here's Durant. They double-team Durant. A strong finish from KD inside.
Teams have always tried to be physical with KD in the paint. Tried being the key word.
Now here's Jokic. He has 7. Now Murray. Crafty move. And he takes it up and lays it in. Murray's got 8. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Pass to Durant. Launches it. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Murray finds Johnson. Back to Murray. And here's Watson. There's the triple. Jokic, great positioning on the putback. And it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Here's Durant. KD won't be stopped.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Outside Murray. To the paint. Şengün with a steal. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 1. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Zeke Naji. Bruce Brown is out there with Murray. Then it's Tim Hardaway, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Yeah, that's like a layup to Hardaway at this point in his career.
Here's Shepard. Adams with a screen on Brown. Pass to Adams. Now here's Şengün. Blocked! Brown with it. Valanciunas passes to Brown. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Watson comes in for Najee. Jones, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Johnson in for Brown. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Kevin Durant comes in for Tate. Okogie's checked in for Shepard. And it's Amin Thompson in for Davison. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Now here's Johnson. Not a lot of room. Jacks up a three. No good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Okogie, covered by Johnson. And stolen by Jones. Now Johnson. Oh, he can't get the layup.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And he racks up two.
And that's an important shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
The Nuggets lead by 4. Johnson outside. Here's Jokic. Using his size.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And so Durant will bring it up for Houston. A minute 31 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Jokic. Tipped.
And so often is the case. Şengün in the right position to make the play. That's just great defense.
Defensive foul. Şengün. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Nuggets, Nikola Jokic. One shot.
And Jokic no good on that one.
And the skill set that Jokic possesses, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
At the line for the Rockets, Thompson. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Both free throws good from Thompson.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Here's Jokic. Şengün with a steal.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line. That is a huge basket right there, and you can see why they go to Şengün in these situations.
Here's Jokic. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Murray. Takes a three. It's cleared away by Thompson. Outside Durant for three. Oh, no good. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste the chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Durant, and stolen by Jones. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here's Smith. He launches. It's good from beyond the arc.
The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for Denver, Cameron Johnson. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. Timeout called. Houston. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Smith outside. The three is in.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Beyond the arc. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Team is in the penalty. At the line for your Nuggets, taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game. So it's Denver picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
All right, thank you, Nicola. This team showed up tonight defensively. What can you say about the effort on that end of the floor?
I mean, it's a whole collectively, you know, it's not just one guy, it's the 5 guys on the floor. So it's a coach, it's a bench, it's a fan. So thank you guys. Thank you a lot.
Thanks to all. Thanks to you, Nicola. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's